Check this view out. Big up Bangkok. Let's have a little dabble into it. A little dabble. That is a beautiful 20-story view from my hotel. And today, what a better place to do the video on this desk with this view about why do I come to Thailand. Now let's get this underway. First off, I want to say fighting is hard. It's not for the weak-minded people. If you want to fight and you want to fight for a living, you've got to be able to have a strong mindset. You've got to be able to go through adversity. You've got to be able to go through tough times. You've got to be able to shine and see the light at the end of the tunnel when people can't. But only the people that believe they can get there will actually get there. When you're fighting, I'm going to say for the earlier stages of your career, you only get money for the end bit of your career. So maybe for 10 years, you are broke. For some people, it may be 15 years. You're broke, you've got no money. That means when your friends wants to go on holiday, you probably can't, because you can't afford it. They want to go and spend $3,000 in a week in, I don't know, the Caribbean. You can't go, because you're thinking $3,000. That's nearly, I don't know, 3 months of living and training for 1 week holiday. And you just don't feel like you can really justify going. But because of that, you miss out on so many socialising events and so many things that you could have done just because you are fighting. And that is why I think it's one of the hardest things to do. Not only fighting, but also other sports as well. If you want to try and go full time into this, if you go half-assed, you're going to get half-assed results. And it's a bit different when you're running and when someone's punching you in the face. Because if I get a half-assed result running, there's no consequence to my health if I do it wrong. Whereas if I do fighting half-assed, that could be my life on the line. So it can get draining, because in between training, everyone likes to do things, everyone likes to do another hobby, everyone likes to socialise. But when it comes to fighting full time, maybe you don't have the money to go socialise after. You're too tired from training, so you don't want to go. Weekends, everyone's getting on the piss, but you're not allowed. So because of this, sometimes it can get mentally draining, especially when you live in an expensive country, or a country that is just not as cheap as Thailand. And that is why I love coming to Thailand. Absolutely love it. Because you see my head here, I've got an imaginary crown on the top of my head. I feel like a king. Look at this view. I'm in Bangkok. The view's beautiful. I don't get this in England. And yes, you can get this sort of view in England, but you're going to have to spend about £500 a night on a hotel for something like this. In Thailand, you're not going to. And that's why I like it. In Phuket, where I stay, I'm just here for 2 days now before I go back home. But Phuket, I can eat good. I can eat like a king. I can get massages every day if I wanted to. I get them every couple of days. And because of that, I'm enjoying myself outside of training more. The training's similar, don't get me wrong. The only better thing about it is the sun. But the big thing that I like about Thailand is the quality of life around training. And everyone, I think everyone knows, it doesn't matter what you do in the training room. It's what you do outside as well. Yes, the techniques definitely do matter. The training matters. But if you have a bad quality of life outside of training, that's going to have a bad correlation for your training. And that's why I love Thailand, because my mental mindset state is so much better in Thailand. I'm so much more positive because I'm doing stuff in between training. I'm socialising. I'm getting good food. I'm getting good massages. I don't mean those sucky-ducky massages. I'm just treating my body with what it needs to be treated with. I'm treating it like a king. And in England, I can't eat as good quality food. I can't get the massages like that because they're like £50 a massage. In Thailand, they're £5. So because of that, I can have a better quality of life outside the training room. Outside the training room. And then because of that, it then has a direct correlation to inside the training room. And that's the most important thing. Because some people do get distracted in Thailand. It can be a distraction, especially if you go to the party area. So it is dependent on the person. But for me, I just find I have a better quality of life. And when I have a good network around me with the connections I have, it then makes me train just as hard as well. Not only that, I'm not just talking about the training, but I'm talking about life in general. Number one, networking. You can network. From this, it can create, I'm going to say what it's created for me by coming to Thailand. Sponsors. I got sponsors from networking in Thailand, because quite a lot of rich people come to Thailand, or people with, I'm going to say, excess money. They might not be rich, but they've got excess money, and they might see someone they respect on the journey, a younger lad or woman, and they want to support. Or you could see a proper rich person, wealthy person, got lots of businesses, and they just meet someone and make a connection, and then they want to sponsor someone, sponsor an individual for the fights. And that, I believe, is where the majority of sponsors come from. Opportunities. This could be training opportunities. This could be even, I don't know, coaching opportunities. There's so many opportunities from networking. It's not just fighting as well. There could be opportunities for your personal development, which then might improve you in social situations. So when it gets to interviews and fights, you're going to be 10 times better. There's open opportunities where sometimes in your hometown, you know everyone there, people don't visit there on a daily. Whereas in Thailand, it's a very touristy place. So one week I might meet someone that is the head of Sky Sports, for example. This is just an example, by the way. The next week I might meet someone that is the head of Crypto.com. The week after I could meet someone that owns a salon, and he's just a local from where I'm from. That happened to me. That one's actually true, that one. But from that, you're going to make new friends, new connections, but most importantly, you're going to create memories, because I think people get stuck on the end goal, the end location, whereas really, you want to enjoy the whole process. The whole process. You want to create memories, you want to create experiences, you want to create something that you're going to remember for the rest of your life, because that is what life is about. If you are fighting for the last goal, let's say you want to be a UFC champ, that is going to take a lot of years. Let's say 15 years from start to finish of when you start fighting. If you don't enjoy that 15 years, that is a miserable place to be. A miserable place to be. You want to enjoy that. And the way you enjoy that is creating memories. And what better place to do that is in a broad country where it's 33 degrees outside. You can meet new people. You can create new memories. You can eat like a king. You can get massages when you want. You can go to the beach when you want. You can have a better quality of life. And that is why I come to Thailand. But recently, I'll be honest, because the food's so cheap, I end up getting 2 meals. So I put on a little bit of timber this trip in the last 5 weeks. I don't know how much, I've not weighed myself, but I know I put on a bit of timber. And that's just because I'm living like a king. I've still trained harder, just as hard. I've trained more, but I'm eating a hell of a lot more. And the main thing I think is enjoy the journey, like I said. That's the main thing to take away from this point, or this video, is enjoy your journey. If you do not enjoy this, what is the actual point? Please answer that question. If you do not enjoy the journey of being a fighter, what is the point? And one way I can have a bit more enjoyment is coming out, experience new environments, train with new people, eat good food, get good massages, and I don't mean that one, go to the beach and just live life a little bit in between, because you can train 5 hours a day and still have, 8 hours left of the day, minus the sleep, so you got 8 waking hours left. What are you going to do with those 8 waking hours? At home, potentially could be having a nap, could be just chilling, watching TV, being bored in your house. When you're abroad, in a new location, you're going to explore, you're going to see new things. And that is why I love travelling whilst I'm fighting. And I don't mean travelling like a backpacker, I just mean going to a different place to train, because then in between training I can explore and create some sort of memories. But that is today's video. We have a beautiful view in Bangkok. Oh, I am going to miss this. Take another look. Take another look. Go on, look. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But that is today's video. I will see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!